believe that every agency business should put together a pricing council. So this is a group of kind of the C-suite, which includes centre stage somebody from finance, because it's such an important role. And that makes sure that everybody that comes around that table knows the importance of what pricing means for their business. We're heading into an AI world. We've heard all of these scary things around, what's going to happen to the billable hour and the current model and things that we're working on. And it's going to be absolutely critical that finance have a seat at that table, but as should the C-suite. So a pricing council can be really quick and be reactive around what it is that you need to do to make your business successful in a new kind of world of AI. I know we're going to get to that a little bit later, Tracey, but the world is changing dramatically quick. I'm here in Cannes, and it's all the talk about AI, and it has been for quite some time. But now it's right. How is that going to affect the commercial model? How is that going to now influence pricing? And I had breakfast with an agency this morning that the client said, I'm expecting the 20% year on year for the next 5 years reduction in fees based on the efficiencies you're going to make from AI. That conversation is going to be right across the board.
I think that's true. They are expecting it, right? They're expecting
100%.
Your savings is going to be passed on to us, not that the service will change. Or
absolutely. So without finance taking a seat at the table that says, pricing is going to become really important, defending our positions, what we're doing, how do we move into different models of pricing? The billable hour is certainly going to be a very different beast very quickly.
But it's inserting themselves early on, ideally proactively before you've even got pitches.
That's
but you're
why
talking about rather than coming in at the end and trying to kind of work with what you've been given and pricing all of that up.
And John said some perfect salient points, but I think the finance should lead that pricing council. They're at the table, they hold the seat, and they invite others to that.
Yeah. Okay.
They also have the ability, the data, the kind of the center stone to kind of bring that back to what do we commercially need. Pricing determines profit. I know it's boring, but at the end of the day, it comes back to a really simple statement, and that lives with finance.